favors. Lou Casely, what's going on? Loyal follower. Appreciate it, Chica. Hey, how are you, ma'am?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Your first name?
Alicia.
Okay. It's kind of dark in there.
I know. Okay, I went to the store and
Just
I
do
pulled
okay.
over.
So how old are you?
42.
Okay. Can you get under the light a little bit more? Because it's
That's
really
what I'm going to try to do.
All right. So are you single? You married? What's going on?
Single, divorced.
All right. So the subject I'm talking about tonight is a delicate one. The one that women, older women, are just too hard to deal with.
Maybe true.
How long you been divorced?
10 years.
Okay. What do you want as far as a relationship?
A lot.
Why?
Someone who understands that.
Before I ask you, before you that, I'm gonna ask you a couple of other follow-up questions. How much does a man need to earn annually for you to submit? Meaning, how much are you charging for your submission?
I don't want to put a numerical value on that.
Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, it's not black and white like that.
Yeah, it is. It very much is. If a man makes below a certain amount of money, he's out of contention. We're putting the value on it, or we move no further.
Okay, but I doubled my income in 10 years, and a man can do the same thing, right? So if I said,
I want you guys to understand, I just asked a question, and now what happens when women answer questions with questions, they're being disingenuous to deflect. Okay, ma'am, what I'm going to try to do is, don't do that with me.
There you go. 6 figures.
That can be 100,000 to 999,000.
Exactly.
Okay, last chance.
So minimum 100,000, so 6 figures.
You have any kids?
I do.
How many?
3.
How old is the youngest?
16.
What state do you live in?
California.
Okay, why would a man who makes 6 figures, what do men who are in the top 10% of earners typically want in a mate?
So your last person that you had on there said something that I believe is true. And I think that, and I know you disagree, but we are all different. And so some men want someone who respects them, honors them, and looks for the value in them.
I have almost 3 million followers, ma'am, and every day, men worldwide, what these men you ladies talk about, do you meet them in the real world?
No, because I'm too busy.
And I don't want to talk about it because they don't exist. They exist in your mind. So let's be adults and talk about the men that we know exist. Fair?
It's fair.
I mean, if your kid came up to you and you were asking about something and they said, well, Mom, some people do it this way, you wouldn't accept that. So what do men who are high earners typically want in a mate?
Well, I said that they want to be respected, that they want to have common goals, share those goals, and kind of build together. And I feel that people of that caliber, men and women, myself included.
You need to get back on the light. I can't see you.
Oh, I said men in that caliber and women included, myself included, want that. We want to build with someone. We want someone to respect us, to understand that we were created with innate qualities that are unique to men and women, and that once we understand our roles and who we are, we can truly build.
Who filed for divorce, you or your husband?
I'm sorry?
Who filed for divorce, you or your husband?
I did.
Huh? Why?
I did. Because I was building and he was not working, and I couldn't
Man,
have a fourth child.
what man, is it typical for men who are age appropriate to want to get with a woman who's already has a prefabricated family?
It's tough. That's why I'm single.
No, that's not why. That's part of the reason. But the things you just said are the main reason. You're a modern woman. You're talking about goals and partnerships and this and that. That's not what these men want.
They don't want to be respected.
They want to be respected and admired, but they don't want the stuff you're talking about. Building. No. Ma'am, these men want cooperation. And you ladies come in and you already have a plan of how it's supposed to be. And it didn't work with your husband or your baby daddies. And it's not going to work now.
Well, just for clarification, all three of my children were from my ex-husband that I divorced because he wasn't working. And you can only be with someone for so long to where you're like, I can't provide for 4 children. He was a 4th child. That's not fair. So don't.
Are you Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?
I am.
Okay.
Very proud.
What was that in the vows? For better, for worse, richer for poor, and sickness and health, to death do you part. I didn't hear anything about if your wife stops working, you got to provide for her. I didn't hear anything about that.
Okay, so.
No, but I'm just saying, listen to the logic. If a wife stops working, does a husband divorce her because she can't make money?
That's not the only reason I divorced
No,
her.
ma'am, that's the reason you caved, ma'am. That's not, you're not answering the question. They answer our audiences. See, when they don't want to answer the questions. And the bottom line is, ma'am,
well,
because any man, okay, ma'am, if you're going to say you divorced him because he didn't work, did he have a job when you got married?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was working at a grocery store. I was 16 years old.
I don't care. You picked him.
Well, when you're 16.
That's what you picked, ma'am. That's what you picked. That's what you picked. That's what you
That's
picked.
why,
and you made 3 children with him.
I did,
And
but you don't know how they're
going to listen.
gonna.
I'm going to tell you right now, men at the caliber you're talking about don't like women who talk like you. Because you're talking about the father of your children and talking about respect. And they're going to look and see how you respect the man you created life with. And they're going to say, she didn't respect the man she gave the highest honor a woman could give. I'm out. After I hit the skins a few times. They'll tell you what they need to say to get the draws. They ain't going to get it. They ain't going to keep it. Because you don't respect the man you married.
That would be true if him not working was the only reason why I divorced him, but you don't know.
I don't care if it's the only reason. It's the reason you put up, and I'm not here to relitigate that. The point of the matter is, man, you divorced your child's father, and you said because what you've spoken about mostly, man, is your attainment. That's what you got. And that's what you talked about. I need a man who can do this, and I double my income. And men don't give one hot shit about any of that from you women, especially men on that socioeconomic level. They don't get with women at their level. But the funny thing is, when a man is making money up here, do they frequently settle for women down here socioeconomically?
Not really.
You mean a man is up here socioeconomically? He marries a woman here too? Or is the woman and a man up here typically below him?
I would say with him.
And that's what I want you to understand. 40-year-old plus, they're just difficult to talk to. They got to be right. No, ma'am, they don't. Young women don't do this. Earners have always had to settle for people beneath them. And when men did it, it was supposed to be a man's role. Now that women fought for equality, fought for freedom, fought to be able to get out here and work, you don't want to do what comes along with being a higher earner. You still want traditional relationship, and you want your husband to keep up with your earning power when you didn't pick him based upon his earning power. Then you penalize him. And then men see this and they're like, This is why men don't deal with women in your age range. They don't get married. Because you talk about respect, and none of this is about respect. It's about your income.
It's definitely not about my income. And I didn't share personal reasons why I divorced my ex-husband, but let me tell you that
I don't want to hear anything else about your ex. Ma'am, I don't want to drag that man. I don't look.
So I kept that because I don't want to put him under the bus, and I don't think it's fair for me to talk.
I will tell you. I don't. Whoa. He's not here. You said you divorced him because he wasn't working. You made money a priority. Fine. You're not married to him anymore, and you still want to get a man up here. Fine. And what you said you bring to the table is somebody to build with. Build what?